Satyrs and Fauns, the wild spirits of the forest. Origins and mythological significance. Satyrs and Fauns are two closely related but distinct creatures from ancient mythology, often associated with the untamed wilderness, music, revelry, and mischief. While they are frequently confused with one another, satyrs originate from Greek mythology, whereas fauns belong to Roman mythology. Both are depicted as half-human, half-goat beings who roam the forests, playing their pipes, dancing, and indulging in the pleasures of the natural world. These creatures symbolize the primal and instinctual side of nature, embodying both its joyous and chaotic elements. They are often followers of the god of wine and revelry, Dionysus, Greek, or Bacchus, Roman, and are known for their love of music, dance, and celebration. However, they also have a darker side, as they can be wild, unpredictable, and even lustful tricksters who delight in leading travelers astray. Satyrs, the wild companions of Dionysus. In Greek mythology, satyrs were male nature spirits with human-like upper bodies and the lower bodies of goats, complete with hooves and a tail. They were often depicted with pointed ears, small horns, and wild, unkempt hair. Their personalities were as untamed as their appearance, boisterous, rowdy, and driven by their appetites for wine, women, and music. Satyrs were deeply connected to Dionysus, the god of wine and ecstasy. They followed him in frenzied processions called thiasoi, playing musical instruments like the aulos, a double-piped flute, and the panpipes. Their lives were filled with endless revelry, but their uninhibited nature could sometimes lead to trouble. One of the most famous satyrs in mythology is Silenus, an old, wise satyr who is said to have raised Dionysus. Unlike his younger, wilder counterparts, Silenus was known for his deep knowledge, especially when drunk. According to legend, King Midas once captured Silenus and demanded that he share his wisdom. Silenus revealed that the best thing for humans was never to be born, and the second best was to die as soon as possible, a reflection of the darker philosophical undertones hidden within satyr lore. While satyrs were typically seen as humorous or mischievous figures, some myths painted them in a more menacing light. In early Greek art, they were depicted as more bestial and even terrifying creatures before their image softened over time into the playful goat men we recognize today. Fauns, the Roman spirits of the wild. Fauns, their Roman counterparts, share many similarities with satyrs but have a more benevolent and mystical nature. Unlike the rowdy satyrs, fauns were seen as peaceful, shy, and wise creatures of the forest. They were associated with Faunus, the Roman god of forests, fields, and fertility, who is often equated with the Greek Pan, the god of shepherds and rustic music. Fauns were known for guiding lost travelers through the woods or appearing in dreams to offer cryptic prophecies. They were also deeply connected to music and were often depicted playing the panpipes, also called the syrinx. Unlike satyrs, who were often driven by excess, fauns were more in tune with the natural world and its harmony. One of the most famous faun-like figures in Roman literature is Mr. Tumnus from the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. Though not directly from mythology, his character reflects the classical faun's kindness, wisdom, and deep connection to nature. The role of satyrs and fauns in mythology. Both satyrs and fauns appear in numerous myths and stories. The myth of Pan and Syrinx. the god Pan, who closely resembles a satyr, fell in love with the nymph Syrinx. To escape his pursuit, she transformed into reeds, which Pan then used to create the first panpipes. This myth solidified the connection between these creatures and music. The Bacchanalia, satyrs were often described as participants in the Bacchanalian festivals, orgiastic celebrations dedicated to Dionysus, which were known for their wild, uninhibited revelry. The battle against the Titans. Some versions of Greek myths claim that satyrs fought alongside the Olympian gods in their war against the Titans, using their trickery and agility to outmaneuver their foes. Encounters with heroes. Satyrs sometimes appeared in stories involving famous Greek heroes, often as humorous or disruptive elements in otherwise serious tales.